Well, the Ukrainian president has also called for tighter EU sanctions on Moscow in an address to Lithuania's parliament, in which he also accused Russia of war crimes. Meanwhile, prosecutors in Ukraine say that they are investigating reports of the use of chemical weapons in the city of Mariupol, and the EU says that it's also monitoring the situation carefully. Our correspondent, Rosie Birchard, is in Brussels, brings us more.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has been taking a virtual tour of the world's parliaments in a bid to garner more support for his country amid Russian attacks. Now, on Tuesday, he addressed lawmakers in the small Baltic nation of Lithuania, an EU member which is among Kyiv's closest allies in the bloc. Now, Zelenskyy used this speech to call for swifter and tougher sanctions against Moscow and to once again accuse Russia of war crimes. He said that hundreds of cases of rape had been reported in areas previously occupied by Russian troops, including against children. Now, those are allegations Moscow would reject. This speech also comes after reports that Russian forces may have used chemical weapons in Ukraine. And here is what European Commission spokesperson Nabila Masrali had to say when I asked her about those allegations.
We have seen the press report about the alleged use of the chemical substances by the Russian armed forces in Mariupol after the Ukrainian soldiers presented signs of chemical poisoning. We are, of course, following the situation closely. As you know, the use of chemical weapons, including the use of toxic chemicals as weapons under any circumstances, is a breach of chemical weapons conventions to which Russia is a slate party.
So while those reports remain unconfirmed and refuted by pro-Russia separatists in Ukraine, the EU is trying to suggest that the consequences of such an attack would be major. But Kyiv says that the consequences of Russian aggression so far have not yet been heavy enough, with more reports of atrocities emerging daily. Rosie Birchard, SABC News, Brussels.